welcome to the DS Podcast. I'm your boy Shaq. I am one of your hosts today, here with my boy
Nitro gang, you know what I'm saying?
How you doing, big fella?
We chilling.
All right. So this is episode 1 of our podcast. We're gonna try to do like maybe 2 a month. I mean, if you guys want more, make sure you comment, subscribe, all that jazz, just so we let us know what you guys want to see more. That being said, we see that Creed 3 review. Is it getting the likes and views? So I appreciate y'all. So if you haven't seen it, go check it out.
Yes, please. It help us motivate us more. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Now, speaking of which, let's just go ahead and get into it. Hogwarts Legacy. It's the game right now. It's pretty much been taking over the world. That's what everybody's playing. It's taking girls' boyfriends, husbands away from them. It's just a game. I know you playing it right now.
I am playing it.
So what you think about it so far?
So I'm like still early on in the beginning. I got like 10 hours into it.
Yeah.
So I mean, it really captured the Harry Potter, like the actual Hogwarts. They got that thing like detailed to the T.
Detail. I watched some people's gameplays where like you just see the ghosts just randomly roaming around and stuff.
Like the paintings go around. Like there's like things. I think I saw like a clip. It was like they talked about the book about like a bathroom or something like that, and then like they got it like to like T. Like even with the towels. Like. Man. I was like, they really pay attention to detail with this game. Even though it was supposed to be canceled.
Right, because
TikTok was trying to cancel that.
JK out here,
but I just support the developers. Don't I don't care. I don't give a shit about all that shit. All right,
man. But so pretty fun game.
Hey, I will say it's a pretty fun game. Like it has replayability, just because of you could do the different houses, and different houses have side quests and shit like that. Even though Ravenclaw has the less side quest in the game, but we ain't gonna talk about that. Of course, Gryffindor got the most.
Is that what house you in?
Fuck no, I'm on Raven right now. We ain't no Gryffindor. We know this ain't. But my second house would have been Big Hufflepuff.
Oh, I thought, man, I ain't gonna lie. So we know you like to be the big heel. I thought you were gonna go Slytherin.
That's the whole point of Raven Gang. You know what I'm saying? Because we friends with Slytherin. All right. We just get away with the bullshit. They just do the bullshit. We get away with the bullshit, so it's fine.
I got you. Okay.
But a great fucking robe in this bitch and sitting there. What?
So not only that, with the popularity of the game, now HBO is gonna make a series out of it.
Make a whole TV show.
And let me just say this: HBO Max has been killing it with the shows lately, especially with The Last of Us, which we only got 2 episodes left.
Amazing.
And let me just let you guys know, at the end of the series, we will be doing just a quick discussion video of like the series as a whole and our thoughts and everything. But not only that, they got House of the Dragon.
Haven't watched it.
Like they got a lot of series on there that are doing like just like phenomenal work. So like to see them, get ready to do like a Hogwarts Legacy series on there, I feel like they can put a lot of money into that and give another great series out there for them.
Especially, I actually like HBO Max, and like I know like they was going through like some issues.
They
It was a
little shaky in the beginning.
Hit you with that fucking hip hop.
But they're doing things right now. I mean,
I feel like The Last of Us helped it a lot.
Oh, for sure. And then I do want to say Dune was a great release too.
I fuck with Doom. A lot of people don't really like that movie. I would say, because like I talked to my coworker about it, and he said like it was slow. And, like, I understand it, but, like, if you read the books, because I actually read them, like, I read it right after the movie, because I was like, well, that usually what happens.
That's the best way to do it, because personally to me, if you read the books before you go into a movie, your expectations are going to be here, and then when it doesn't do it, you're just going to be coming out of the movie all the way disappointed. So that's why I try to, like, read the books. That's why I stopped. For Harry Potter, I stopped at Goblet of Fire. before I continued on with the movies because I didn't want to be disappointed in some of the things went on.
Still on my watch spree on Harry Potter's because I haven't watched all of them.
I mean, well, I will say this: just like I feel like Hogwarts Legacy is doing it, is bringing people to go watch the movies more. And that's why they want it. That's why Warner Brothers / HBO wants to do more with the Wizarding World. And then The Last of Us is making people want to go play the game.
Mm-hmm.
It's
so basically
nice,
helps it.
It's a nice effect, going back and forth.
I mean, especially like Hogwarts is like no way associated with Harry Potter, isn't it? Like
it's
like
18,
18,
80 some years
before Harry Potter
even happens.
Yeah, so like they're doing a perfect
There's no
job.
Dumbledore or nothing, and so yeah, I mean,
shall be interesting. How old is Dumbledore? We ain't gonna go talk about it.
He old as hell, I can tell you that. But yeah, I mean, I do feel like Hogwarts Legacy is doing its work, cause especially with Warner Brothers wanting to do more with the Wizarding World and like Lord of the Rings and stuff like that. So like, I don't know, I feel like it's a big W for WB.
Mm-hmm.
No pun intended with the W.
Hopefully, WB Games can work on another Shadow of Mordor, but we ain't gonna talk about it.
I know you did like the Shadow of Mordor games.
Well, they're working on a Wonder Woman game.
Right.
So hopefully, because
maybe it could be Shadow of Mordor-esque.
Well, WB is some assholes for this. They did a patent, so they're the only people that are allowed to have that system inside of Shadow of Mordor, like the enemy system.
Yeah.
So they're the only people that are allowed to do that.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah, they some assholes for that.
Okay.
Hopefully, I think it's getting integrated into the Wonder Woman game, but I still think that's.
I mean, for the most part, I do think we need more superhero games in general, because I remember superhero games used to be popping back when we was growing up.
Wolverine. Captain America.
Captain America. Like a lot of people sleep on that Captain America game. That was actually kind of. It was like a downgrade version of the Arkham series, but it was still
good.
It was still playable and fun. But yeah, we haven't seen anything like
a shitty ass Thor game.
We had Marvel Nemesis. Remember that game? That was good.
Yeah, it was. It
Ultimate
was
Alliance, which was our like.
That was our
game.
baby. All right, that was that baby was good.
And then like obviously Batman's one of my favorite characters, so the Arkham series was like my favorite games. And then now we got Spider-Man 2 getting ready to come out from Insomniac. So I'm like, and don't forget Wolverine.
Yeah, Wolverine is coming.
Looking forward to that, because I know I did hear they're going to use some elements from X-Men Origins Wolverine, which another sleeper. I'm just saying, but yeah, I'm looking forward to see what we do. I mean, because like I'm not gonna lie, there's been a few superhero games that kind of let me down.
Thor.
I mean, not just that. I mean,
Avengers.
Suicide Squad is not like the game I want to play.
It looks like Gotham Knights 2.0.
Don't even start on Gotham Knights. I feel like I kind of
waste our money, but we ain't gonna talk about it.
We ain't even gonna get into the CW show that they doing on Gotham Knights. I don't even want to talk about that.
But like, why? Like the game, like okay, the story's but like I think they really like. They dropped the ball on it, and they try to make it to a live service game, and then they saw the feedback on the Avengers game. Last minute, pulled the plug on that.
Yeah.
And then now we got this game that's repetitive as hell.
Yeah, you know what's funny? I believe like the Marvel's Midnight Suns
is doing better.
That is even though I'm not into the realm of role playing, but that game is doing way better than the Avengers did.
And that game is like I think it's like a RPG or like a top down.
Yeah, like an RPG. Yeah, top down. Yeah.
Like Persona like games.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't know. I couldn't really get in those type of games.
Yeah, but I'm looking forward to Spider-Man 2 and Wolverine for sure.
Hopefully, Spider-Man 2 is co-op.
Yeah, man. I mean, 'cause it is. Guys might get a gameplay on the channel.
Nitro channel. Just saying.
So speaking of Marvel, I'm just gonna go straight into it. We just recently had Ant-Man Quantumania.
You talk about Jonathan Majors movie?
It was pretty much a Kang movie for sure, but if you, I'm looking at it is Phase 4 has not been great.
I feel like they're setting up, but I hope it's better.
But the thing is, with what the MCU has been doing as of recent, it's been a lot of, oh, you have to watch this show to understand what's going on in this movie. Like, you had to watch WandaVision and understand what was going on in Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah.
You had to watch Loki to understand what's going on in Quantumania.
Man, I feel like that shouldn't happen.
It never should have been that way, because back when, even as far as Phase 1, when the first Avengers came out, made over $1 billion.
Made me feel special.
Literally anybody could went in there and follow the story. They didn't have to watch any of the movies of Phase 1. They understood, and then they went back and watched those movies. But they understood who everybody was, where they came from.
Yep.
And it was just great.
Now we have too much Marvel. And
the thing is, it's exactly what I told some of my friends, that we are in Phase 4 has pretty much become quantity over quality, because I don't even like Thor: Love and Thunder was that's unwatchable to me. I'm sorry. I think I was, even though I understand the gripes with Quantumania, I had more fun with Quantumania just because of Kang than in Thor: Love and Thunder.
And what's up with all the movies with the colors? Like, the colors are always dark. Like, they're
that or just like
crappy CGI.
The CG has gotten worse. It's oversaturated CGI. Because to me, Iron Man's armor looked the best in the first two phases compared to anything else after.
Yeah.
Even you watch Civil War, which I love Civil War. I still think Captain America has the best trilogy in the MCU. You can fight me on that, but I'm just saying. But like, even in Civil War, I love that movie, and his armor does not. It just looks. It
looks CG. It looks. I mean, at this point, it looks like a fucking video game. If you really think about it,
like, and that's the problem. Like, they're not. I feel like they're not paying the CG, the VFX artists enough to make sure they're getting to detail with some of the CG, because it's just not looking good as of recently. You go down to Quantumania, it's just. I mean, you go down the quantum realm in Quantumania, and it's just like, what are we do? I can tell that's a screen we're walking into.
Yeah, and especially with Murdoch.
Don't even start on Murdoch. I will say this: if you haven't watched it, I will just say this: character I did not like, but at least he died an Avenger. If you've seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about.
He was a nice dick.
But I don't know, man. This is like, I feel like after Endgame, we went off. We were at this great high, and now we're like slowly going down. It's like to where the point where, like, yeah, they're making money still, but none of the movies in Phase 4 hit a bill. None of them.
Nope. It's just like that. It's literally like you said, they're creating
more content.
Too many. Like, okay, I shouldn't have to go to this show to understand this movie. Like, I shouldn't have to understand that.
You're just putting out too much,
and like,
for people to watch.
People might fight me on that and like, oh, you got to watch it. Like, the fuck? You think I want to watch She-Hulk? I'm only there for Megan. But that's it. I didn't even watch it. I didn't even know what happened.
I like forced myself through that show. Like, the first 2 episodes and the Daredevil episode, best thing about the show. Other than that, and Tatiana Maslany, who plays She-Hulk, she was great. She's fine. It's just bad writing and stuff like that. It's just like, and I'm worried about Kang Dynasty, because the same writers from Quantumania are writing this.
Oh god.
And they are the ones who've been writing like the Rick and Morty shows and all that stuff. And it's just like, I can understand what you're trying to do, because they do a lot of the multiverse and all that stuff. But
there's a certain level.
Not there.
There's certain levels of comedy, and Right now, we're getting to a point where they're trying to make a joke, and like it's an upcoming joke.
Yeah, and that's
What?
And that's another thing where like we don't have time to do serious moments, and they'll just like we'll have a serious moment, and anybody just like we just go to a quick joke, and everybody jokes. It's not just like you have a comic relief.
Yeah,
Everybody jokes now. Everybody.
I remember like what the first Ant-Man and the
first Ant-Man, yeah,
had
Scott
what's
was
his
funny,
face?
but like Michael Pena
took it over.
was in there was just like he was the comic relief character,
Mm-hmm.
and now it's just like everybody has to be funny, and that's another thing that just like bothers me a little bit. But
there was a lot of things in that movie that I was so confused on, but we ain't gonna talk about it.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, like hopefully now, because I know. I think Bob Iger's back in. He's trying to take control and make sure they slow the roll down, not doing too much at one time, and just get back to giving us some quality stuff instead of just like giving us all the stuff at once. So hopefully that's
hopefully it gets better.
Yeah.
Hopefully, like what's the next upcoming Marvel?
Oh, the next one, Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
That looks good.
That better hit.
That better.
Because that trailer alone just got me emotional as hell. You're showing too much Rocket for me. So, so I'm just saying, y'all.
They about to kill Rocket.
Y'all kill Rocket. I might just riot.
Shit, I might be emotional.
I'm just saying.
Just like Creed.
I'm just saying. I know Groot's safe. He died already. He died in the first one.
Yeah, he did, and he came back.
Gamora already died in Infinity War.
Yep.
Those two are safe.
Yep. It's between fucking Star-Lord and Rocket.
It's between Star-Lord and Rocket. I don't know about Drax, because Batista did say this is going to be his last time in the Marvel Universe. I don't know if that leads to him being the one, but I also think that might be too obvious.
Yeah, it'd be way too obvious.
But I don't know. We'll see what happens. But yeah, hopefully Guardians 3 has to be the one that kicks us back into gear, because like I need something. Yeah.
Storytelling hasn't been good.
Yeah, I need something great.
I need something to attach me to the screen.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, I need something to make me feel.
Make you feel something.
Like Creed.
Yeah, because like
I was holding on to my pants tight.
Let's just say Jonathan Majors. This is his year. Him and Pedro Pascal. This is their year, because you got Pedro, who's doing Last of Us, and The Mandalorian, which, you know, the first episode of Mandalorian dropped this week, and then we're getting ready to go into episode 8 of The Last of Us. So he's killing it. And then you got Jonathan Majors, who just did, which Devotion, we saw last year.
I told you.
That was a good movie. Loved his performance in there. And then you get to Kang.
He's the perfect villain.
Quantumania, great. And then Dame in Creed 3
villain
took it to another level.
Like it was a big ass swerve. I wasn't expecting all that. I was not.
Dare I say? Dame might have been a better villain than Kang was. And Kang was good. I'm just saying. I think Dame was a better villain.
I mean, you're not wrong. I mean, it was a big ass swerve when he said that shit. I was like,
I'm coming for
everything. I ain't gonna lie. I thought he was gonna try to take his wife. I ain't gonna cap.
Yo, you saw that too.
I felt the vibe.
My boy said, "I'm a slide."
Yeah, like talking, and I'm like, "Hey, you getting a little close there, big fella."
Like, hey, yo, you said, man, my boy Donnie wasn't paying attention to his girl.
Man,
he was
worried about other things.
Well, let's not get too much into it. If you guys want to spoil the discussion video on that, leave us a comment in the comment section below.
Better hit the motherfucking like button too, mother, while you at it.
Yeah, I mean, if you're watching on YouTube, we will try to have this on Spotify and Apple Podcasts.
Hopefully, we're working on it.
Yeah. So let's get into the basketball world real quick, 'cause we are basketball fans. We oh, bless you.
Thank you. That shit hurt.
Man, it looked like it.
That shit hurt. We are basketball nerds.
Yeah, we're big basketball fans. So the Brooklyn Nets, 3 years ago, you brought in KD and Kyrie.
Mm-hmm.
supposed to be that new dynamic duo.
Gay KD extension.
Everything. And then James Harden forces his way out of Houston.
Yep, fat suit,
whatever. Goes up there. The new big three.
Big three. They were sitting there saying they're comparing them to fucking LeBron, Dwayne Wade, and Bosh.
But you see, the thing is, that being said, Dwayne Wade already won.
Yep, without Shaq. Well, what's Shaq?
LeBron and Bosh just came here so they can learn how to win.
Mm-hmm.
Unlike KD, where
he has followed.
You went to the team that beat you.
3-1. That makes no sense, but you know.
Anyway, we'll get further on KD here in a second. But so then again, you know, in 3 years, they've only had one playoff series win.
And guess where that was back when D'Lo was there? I think.
Well, I'm just saying the three of them together.
Yeah.
They've only had one playoff win, and that was when they got out of the first round, and then you know, Kyrie, you know, twisted his ankle during the series with the Bucks.
Yep.
And James Harden was playing on that hamstring.
And
so
then
KD was trying to carry the squad, but it didn't work. And then last season, y'all got swept by the Celtics. You know. And then this year, y'all barely make it through half the season. And whoa, my bad.
KD requested.
Last season, James Harden, you know, forced his way out of there and went to the Sixers. And then they got Big Ben over there, which is doing absolutely nothing.
Tremendous. He's like the new Michael Carter Williams.
Man, has so much potential in MCW.
You know, he got signed again.
Where?
I think Orlando. Either Orlando or Charlotte. He was good rookie of the year.
He could have been better.
He was 6'6" guard. Nobody was really 6'6" back in what,
back in
2012? 2012?
2013, 14, one of those.
Around the D Rose era? Or was it post D Rose era?
Maybe. I don't know.
It was either or, but he had good potential.
Yeah.
It was 14. Because I remember in 2K14 he was on there.
Got you. And then now Kyrie and KD forced their way up out of there, asked for trades. Now we got Kyrie and Luka in Dallas, who only have losing. 2 wins together, just 2.
They both scored 40 apiece. The one other,
but it's all offense, and they ain't got no defense on there.
The only defensive player they had was Finney Smith, and didn't they trade him?
Yeah, they got him up out of here.
So like, it's kind of weird.
I don't know.
That's like Brooklyn been winning, haven't they? Ever since they got Mikal?
Kind of, sort of.
They've been up and down.
I don't even want to talk about
But they about to drop out of the playoffs probably.
No. They still number 5.
Number 5?
Yeah. They still number 5. They're still winning games.
Still got like 20 games.
And then KD decides to join the team who was the number 1 team in the league last year. In the Suns.
Mr. Devin Booker and CP3, and CP3 hasn't been CP3 in like 2-3 years.
But the thing is, he doesn't have to be. All he has to do is be the point guard and just direct traffic.
That is also true. But around playoff times, that motherfucker has to.
Like this is the first time KD has like a legit point guard.
Besides Russ,
set him up.
Russ was score first though.
Like a legit point guard, but like now it's just unfair because like you got the point guard, you got D Book, KD, and DeAndre Ayton, who's a force to be reckoned with down in the paint, who in their playoff run of the finals, no center touched him. In that playoff, in those playoffs, no center touched him until he ran to Giannis. That was the only problem. Until he ran to Giannis.
Giannis is a whole different motherfucker. He said, "Can I get a 50? Not 50, not 49, not 51. Can I get a 50?" That motherfucker be out of control.
Man, the dad jokes. That's what gets me. It's the dad jokes.
It's Giannis. Giannis don't give a shit.
Yeah. So like now you got basically a big four, if you want to call it that. And now everybody's kind of throwing them in the mix in the favorites to win this year.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just to say in general, the whole Brooklyn Nets experiment, it was a failure.
You could kind of say that to the Lakers.
Like, what do you mean?
I mean, besides the Mickey Mouse ring.
You call it the Mr. Mouse?
I'll call it the Mickey Mouse ring. Because that was the easiest ring that they could got. Besides that one ring, what have the Lakers have done?
They were the 7th seed after that. They didn't make the playoffs the year after that. I don't think they're going to make the playoffs this year. Like
they probably make it the play-in.
They're actually preparing for them not to play with LeBron in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
So they're prepared for that.
And
if that happens and AD doesn't play up to superstar level, they are not going to make the playoffs. They're not going to make the play-in.
If he even fucking plays, shit.
He just played last night.
That's shocking.
But he still lost.
Still lost.
He dropped 38.
Because I think D'Lo's still hurt.
Yeah. But yeah, that whole experiment with the Brooklyn Nets, KD, Kyrie, Harden, it was just like a complete failure. And then when they did get Ben Simmons, it was like, oh, we got a point guard who's just gonna dish the ball out and play defense.
He's on the bench.
And now he's on the bench doing God knows what. Anyway, how do you feel about this? And whoa, let me just get into this. And now we're talking about Harden possibly going back to Houston.
Yeah, I saw that. Like he was thinking about going back. I was like, so you forced your way out and you going back? Hey, hold on, they want you back?
That's what I'm saying. And because they're number 3 in the East right now.
Yeah.
I still have no faith in them whatsoever.
No.
They have not beat the Celtics one game this season, I don't believe, because I know the last 2 games I watched the way they faced us, they lost both of them.
Mm-hmm.
It's really just going to be the Celtics and the Bucks in the East for me.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, the Cavs, I give them a second round.
The problem is with the Cavs, they don't have no bench.
That too.
Like, you have Darius Garland, Donovan Mitchell. You have Allen and Mobley. Question is, if Allen is hurt, Mobley can't guard Giannis.
No.
Mobley can't guard, like, them centers. Like, even Al Horford, if you want to say Al Horford. Al Horford is a bigger dude than him. So, it's like, it's going to be a dominant position.
Yeah.
So, it just depends on how the Cavs approach it.
Yeah, I just don't know if it's really just going to be the Celtics and the Bucks for the East. And for the West, it's kind of a toss up. I like seeing the Kings.
Mm-hmm.
They're sitting at the number 3 seed, you know.
Light the beam.
And I'm just glad they're gonna make the playoffs. That's all I'm glad about. They make the playoffs in like 20-some years.
I mean, they've been doing like. They don't really got no superstars, if you want to say that. Like, they got stars, like of Darius Fox and Fox and Sabonis.
My bad. No, you said it wrong. You said Sabonis.
Gotta get the extra S in there,
man. But I don't know. It could possibly end up being the Nuggets and the Suns in the conference finals. Which the Nuggets, for the first time, are all healthy.
True, but can Jokic come up in playoff territory?
See, I don't know.
He's a good regular season player, but I need him to show me what he can do in this.
Yeah, I mean, depends on see if you're going to get that 3rd MVP or not.
They're just going to fucking hand it to him at this point. This motherfucker's dropping like 40, 10, and 10.
Because I think it's Jokic, Giannis, and Tatum who are like pretty much like the circle for the MVP.
And they're probably going to give it to.
He's probably going to get Jokic again. It depends on where. I think it also depends on where the Bucks finish too.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Is it? No matter what, the Suns are a scary team.
Yes.
If they don't do it this year, they will probably end up winning the title next year.
Yeah, I can see that.
Because then you'll have this team team more. They'll have more. What more I'm looking for? They'll be meshed. They'll mesh together well in a full season instead of just like the last 20-some games of the regular season. Like, they'll have more time together, and they'll be more fluid.
Mm-hmm.
You know. So if they don't do it this year, they'll probably do it next year. I mean, I still just think KD, you know, just is the homie hopper like a is that the word for it? Homie hopper?
I mean, he played with Steph. He played with Kyrie. He played with Russ. Now he playing with CP3, Devin Booker, and fucking Aiden.
Yeah.
I mean, at this fucking point, I mean, like what? Like he can't. He can't do it by himself.
Well,
okay, let me rephrase that. He can't do it with nobody else, with another person.
Because no matter what, it's a team sport. But when you like LeBron, you trade the whole team just to get AD, a top 5 player. At the time, he was a top 5 player. And then you got Kyrie. Kyrie.
You know he gonna sign with the Lakers next year. You know it's happening.
Yeah, it also depends if the Mavs don't offer him a big contract.
That is also true. But Mark Cuban want to put out that checkbook.
I don't know.
That, I mean, he been in a little trouble.
Man, I don't know.
Mark Cuban's all about second chances.
Yeah. All right, but to the main event, to the main thing we got to talk about today.
The main event of the evening.
We're going to WWE.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I mean, we tried to do like a live watch stream of AEW like 2-3 weeks ago. The show was
ass.
It was not hitting that day. We were going to do a live stream of SmackDown yesterday, but you know, had some things going on. But nonetheless, we did watch the show.
And let's talk about
it. My God.
Let me tell you something.
Look. Yeah. If you guys ever wonder why that plays in our intro. L.A. Knight.
Yeah. He said, dummy. Yeah.
But yeah, the main story that's been going on with WWE right now is a story of the Bloodline. It's been the best thing
in a couple years.
2 years,
yes,
for WWE. And in general, it's been the best story in general of the last decade probably for WWE is the story of the Bloodline. And I mean, first let's just get into it. The whole thing of how the Bloodline came to be. You know, you beat up Jay,
beat the dog shit out of Jay.
I'm about to say you beat up Jimmy to get Jay to fall in line. Then you manipulate Jimmy to fall in line, and then you called up Solo.
No, actually, though, they said the big people, the island sent Solo.
No, the island sent Solo, but so then you got that, and Paul Heyman working the back, and then Sami Zayn was being that little gnat that was just trying to hang around, be with the cool kids, and something, and you know what?
Turned hot,
mega hot. He got over.
Daniel Bryan
style over.
Yeah.
I mean, I can see why, but y'all didn't pull the trigger on that Elimination Chamber. I understand.
I'm glad they gave us his theme song back.
Oh, yeah. Mega pop for that, too.
Yeah, I understand the reason why they took so long to get it back. They had to shove out that money.
Yeah.
Like Tony Khan.
But yeah, like the last 9 months, the story of Sammy Uso, a.k.a. Sami Zayn, been the best thing. Jay didn't trust him.
Mm-hmm.
Was the only one that didn't trust him.
Only one.
Proved his worth at War Games.
Jay finally hugged him.
Man, say he loved him like a brother.
Yep. Then that's when everything went down. And then
everything came crumbling down after Royal Rumble. When Sammy hit that chair shot on Roman, he had flashbacks to Seth.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. I could hear Seth laughing in the background.
And you know what? Him with the
He said, "Bye, bitch."
But nah, man. Like I know he had flashbacks of that, and like I know because of that, that's why Roman is snapped on
pissed.
that boy.
Everything. He's pissed off at everybody.
And and then the fact that Jay just walked out. Now we don't know what's going on with him. He showed up. He showed up for the tag team championship match, but he ain't going around. And Roman's like he's getting a little
impatient.
He's running out of patience with not. He's running out of patience with Jay. He's
It's
running out of
Jimmy.
patience with Jimmy.
Yeah, he was
that he
like,
said last night.
"Where's he?" He's like, "Where's he at?" And he was like, "He told you to leave him the hell alone." And
Yeah.
I was like, "See, the last time that he said that was like 2 years ago in the Hell in a Cell when we got main event motherfucking Jay."
Which I think main event Jay is coming back.
We need main event Jay for at least. If we're getting the titles taken off of Roman so Roman could take a break,
Yeah.
I'll be okay either Sammy or Jay to get the titles off of him at least one time. But it just depends on what the fuck we're doing.
That, but I do think we're gonna get a match that is the winner is the new head of the table. Is the head of the table.
Probably.
Yeah.
Because at this point, we're getting to a point where
The bloodline's falling apart.
Yeah, we already see it.
The bloodline's about to end.
we're getting to a point where like we don't need two belts on one person.
No, and it now if there's a way for like they do set it up and Roman ends up manipulating to make it so that Cody just ends up winning just the WWE Championship because that's the one he wanted.
Mm-hmm.
That's the one he's coming for. I can see that happening, especially the way the promo went last night with Cody.
Yeah, because he kind of
He just laid the WWE Championship down.
He said,
And
"Did you
then-
ever
and then
compete
when he picked them both back up? He put the Universal over
over it and didn't even care about it."
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, so how we're going to do this? Split these titles up because I mean Vince kind of put Triple H in a pickle, even though I feel like Vince is coming back slowly into the fucking game.
Yeah, sometimes the shows feel like Vince's booking is back in here.
Especially Bray Wyatt.
Yes, I don't know what's going on. Bray has
It's such good shit.
Bray came in with white hotness, and now it's just like I don't even care.
Like
I'm
even
not
that
doing
blackout match was like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
Especially like how they like hyped LA Knight and hyped Bray
yeah.
back and forth. They was having good ass promo battles, and next thing you know, that's the match we got.
It was underwhelming, but
They got to get that sponsored in the Mountain Dew.
But I do believe Sammy and KO will team up to do something with the Bloodline for sure.
Yeah, because they're both trying to destroy the Bloodline.
Yeah.
Even though KO's character is the only one that doesn't forget nothing.
Oh. He's the only one who remembers continuity.
He said, I remember Elias. He said, I remember what you done to me last year.
Ezekiel.
You know he's in 2K23.
What?
He's in 2K23.
I did not know he's in 2K23.
They have Elias and Ezekiel. They also have older characters in there now. They just like put out screenshots.
Mm.
So they have Batista's old character where he had that big chain.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
They got Randy Orton with the blue shorts
Gotcha.
where he did the overdrive.
Okay.
And they have somebody else. I want to say, but I forgot.
Okay.
I have to look it up.
We definitely have to get on that too. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of funny moments, even though the games haven't been hitting. Even though we have been hearing ever since AEW's Fight Forever game got rated now.
Yeah.
It's coming out like supposedly like end of this month.
Okay.
Problem is also WWE comes out this
Right.
month. I don't know who pulled it. I understand they was trying to put the game out like maybe last year.
Mm-hmm.
But you're kind of going against WWE, and I understand that's what you're trying to do. But WWE has a little bit bigger audience at the current moment.
Mm-hmm.
Because like each show probably gets like 2 million views.
Right.
Like even like last Dynamite or this Dynamite only got like 897,000.
I mean, they're still growing, but
They're still good. They're still growing.
But they shouldn't be trying to compete. They should be just trying to be their own show.
Like it was like I would say like ever since they did the little change now, like the new set,
Yeah.
and that it looks more like they're trying to be like WWE.
Yeah.
And now ROH is doing tapings, so ROH might have their own stuff.
I don't know. So we'll see if we'll end up doing more AEW live watches, but we'll definitely be doing a live watch for WrestleMania
Yes.
for sure.
2 days.
But speaking of which,
I'm not doing no fucking 4-hour live stream though. Got me fucked up.
Cody,
The American Nightmare. Mr. Adrenaline and his soul himself.
I know the story is there. It's pretty much it. It's the most predictable thing that he takes the belts off Roman.
Yep.
Does he actually do it though?
You don't think they would have pulled the trigger in WrestleMania?
Roman's close to 1,000 days.
Yeah, what? He's at like 9 something.
He's at 915.
When's 1,000? When does he hit 1,000?
It's because if even at WrestleMania he'll still be under 900, under 1,000. So that's why I feel like, yeah, you can have Roman lose, but it'll be more significant if he just loses that WWE title, because the Universal title is one that matters. That's actually holding the streak.
Yeah, I think he has to do something about manipulating that. Have him,
if he finds a way to manipulate that into him just going for the WWE Championship,
like saying my title's still going. I said I still got the Universal. You signed the WWE Heavyweight contract. He said that's that Raw contract,
right?
Because like how are we like defending the Usos? Because now they're facing their like Raw and SmackDown, but like Roman's only can do pay-per-views,
right?
And it's not even like for the
Raw needs a champion. Even though I love what they've been doing, building up the United States Championship as like the title to fight for. Same
thing with the Intercontinental.
Yes,
they're doing good with the mid-card titles.
Like they just made it official for next week as there will be a fatal 5-way to who goes to WrestleMania to face Gunther.
She needs a raise.
I don't know, but that promo last night with Cody and Roman,
fire.
Amazing.
He said, "I'm sorry, son."
Man, he that might have been the best Dusty impersonation I've heard.
Yeah, we haven't had a
outside of Paul.
Paul was going in on that one.
But man, that back and forth, it was a back and forth, but
Roman killed.
Roman still won that promo.
He said, like, "Have you ever competed one of these?"
I wish. Why didn't he pull the trigger and said, "Your daddy's not here anymore.
I can teach you something."
If he would have pulled that, he said, "I can teach you." He's like, "If he didn't teach you anything, I can teach you something." Man, if he'd have pulled that,
Ultimate heel. Ultimate heel.
Like, oh yeah, Cody, you gotta kill him. You gotta kill him.
You gotta murder him. Because last time somebody talked about family.
Man. But yeah, the Bloodline story has been the best thing, and then you got Cody coming back doing all this. Sami Zayn, KO, Jay. The fall of the Bloodline has to be something great.
But I'm scared once we get done with the Bloodline storyline is what we're going to do next with the next big storyline.
That's the thing. It's the Bloodline. The end of the Bloodline story is coming pretty much like Endgame. As soon as it's over, what are you going to do to make me care again?
And it's going to be hard. Like, that's what I mean. AEW's in the same world.
Yeah.
Because ever since the Kenny Omega run, where they had him like have 3,000 belts at that point.
Yeah.
I mean, they're trying to fix these. I mean, Brian Danielson, sorry. Brian Danielson and MJF, I mean, that's doing pretty good, like, back and forth promos.
Yeah.
Even though Brian was kind of killing them that Wednesday. I saw the clips. Man. The disrespect. I didn't even know that. But,
man. That's what they get for not building up new talent to take over.
Like, they have so many, like, so many people to build up. Like, okay.
Which I do feel like they're about to pull the trigger on Gunther.
Yeah,
I do feel like they're about to pull the trigger on him.
They just don't build nobody.
Yeah, and that's their fault.
The women's division in shambles.
Trash.
Ever since I see the reason why Sasha and fucking Naomi left.
And then you got Mommy.
Hey, Rhea. Hey, man.
Hey, we know she winning this championship, right?
Oh, she better get Charlotte Flair up out of there.
because Rhea's doing her best work right now.
Mm-hmm. I mean, who else is in the woman division doing good?
Other than that, I would just say, other than Rhea, definitely Bianca's in her beast mode right now.
Bianca is John Cena right now.
Yeah, she's in her beast mode right now since she won at WrestleMania last year.
But there was no point of Charlotte winning the fucking title.
I do think Asuka about to take that belt up off her.
Oh yeah, Asuka about to kill. She's ready to kill everybody.
We about to have some new champions at WrestleMania.
Because as soon as she won the Rumble, I said, "Oh, they're pulling the trigger on her."
Man, but yeah, I think it's gonna be crazy. But I think that'll do it for episode 1 of the DS podcast. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you watched on YouTube, if you're listening on Spotify, make sure you follow us, and also on the Apple Podcasts.
Please.
Make sure you like and subscribe to this video. Man, we got more content coming to you soon, more reviews. Gonna do our first reaction next week, so stay tuned.
Keep hitting that like button.
Yeah. So for your boy Shaq
and your boy Nitro, we're out.
We'll see you in the next one.
You heard.